Solar systems are supposed to make your home safer and reduce your electricity problems. But one simple mistake during installation can actually burn your house. In this video, I'm going to show you where solar fires usually start. Number one is undersized cables. This is a cable. It is an electrical conductor that carries electricity from one component to another. In a solar setup, for example, a hybrid setup. In a hybrid setup, we have the solar panel, we have the hybrid inverter, and we have the battery. We also have our AC loads. But these components are not linked together. They are not connected together. So the cable is introduced to carry power from the solar panel to the hybrid inverter, from the hybrid inverter to the battery. Now, you can either charge the battery or take power from the battery to power your AC loads, because here is DC and here is AC. That is the basic function of an inverter, to convert DC to AC. Now, these cables are supposed to be properly sized. Why? Because current is flowing through them. Now, when these cables are undersized and they cannot carry the amount of current that is flowing through them, these cables will overheat and they can cause a fire. Now, cables are sized based on the amount of current that is flowing through them and the distance. For example, the distance between the solar panel and the hybrid inverter. For example, you have 9 solar panels. You connect 3 in series, you 3 in series, 3 in series, then you now connect in parallel. Remember that the current, for example, if you have the short circuit current is 15 amps. If you connect 3 in series, and you now parallel them, it will now be 15 multiplied by 3. Now, you need a cable that will be able to handle the amount of current that will be flowing through this cable. From the hybrid inverter to the battery, here we have high DC cables because the current between the inverter and the battery bank is always high. Either the current you are using to charge the battery, at times you have 50 to 100 amps. In some cases, more than 100 amps, or the current you are taking to power your AC loads, where you have air conditioners, you have water pumps, and other heavy appliances. When you connect these appliances, this inverter is going to take high amount of current from your battery bank. These cables should be able to handle that amount of current, else they can melt and this can cause a fire. You see situations where you have a 10 kVA inverter or a 10 kilowatts inverter and the installer will make use of 10 mm cable. This is hazardous. It is dangerous and can cause a fire outbreak. The size of cable you use between your solar panel and your inverter is not the same size of cable you use between your inverter and the battery, mostly for low voltage system. The size of cable you use between your inverter and your loads depends on what will be flowing through them. That is the current. So when installing or before installing the solar power system, proper design needs to be done so that from there you know the size of cable, appropriate size of cable you are going to use. Else, your system you are installing may pose a serious danger and that can burn your house. The second one is undersized protection devices. We have fuse and we also have breakers. If these protective devices are not properly sized, they are undersized, they can overheat during operation. Like between the solar panel and the inverter, you need a breaker, you also need a fuse. If they are undersized during the day when the intensity of sun is high, from 12 noon to maybe 2 p.m., the intensity of sun is always high. Now, the current that the solar panels will be generating will also be high. If your breakers are not properly sized, this is a breaker. This breaker can overheat. It can cause a fire. And most of the solar fire always starts from this protection box because most of the protection devices are undersized and it is dangerous. So as a system designer, you need to know how to properly size these overcurrent protection devices. Also, as a homeowner, you can also carry out your own research to know the appropriate size of breaker, appropriate size of fuse to use. Most of the installers, you can engage them, you can ask them, how did you come about 50 amps or 25 amps or 30 amps? A good installer should be able to explain. He can show you mathematically. These things are just simple physics. You apply the formula and you know the appropriate size of breaker size to use, the appropriate size of cable to use. But you find out that there are many installers who don't care about solar system design. All they know is just to mount panels on the roof. If you talk about the theoretical side, they'll tell you there's no point, knowing the theoretical side. Once you know how to connect solar panel to battery to inverter, that is all. No, the basic foundation of a proper solar system setup is solar system design. That is the basic foundation. You need to design the system on paper first before installing that system. How can you install what you don't know? So make sure before you install your solar system, your breakers and your overcurrent protection devices, your fuse and the rest are properly sized. You can check my videos. I have a video on how to size breakers. Now the next factor is poor termination. From here to your hybrid inverter, if this cable is not properly terminated, you don't tight the knots very well. When you tie it, you need to do a pull test whether that cable is properly tight. If it is not properly tight during generation, when current is flowing, then some sparks can happen there. Those loose connections can also cause fire. It may take time. Those things will be taking place there over and over and over again. Before you know it, the cable will start melting. And the next thing is you still smoke coming out from either the inverter or your protection box. Then between the inverter and the battery, you need to tight your cable very well. That is why you need proper cable locks. And also, good crimping tool, not using hammer to crimp cable locks. You need the appropriate or the correct crimping tool to crimp your cable locks so that when you tight these cable locks, your cable to your inverter and to your battery, they will not loose. They will be firm so that during operation, these things will be safe. Also, we have MC4 connectors. You connect them between the solar panel and the inverter because the solar panel always comes with two terminals, the positive and the negative. And you see the male terminal and the female terminal. So you need to properly crimp your MC4 connectors to connect to your solar panels. You don't use a plier to crimp. This is the tool you need to crimp your MC4 connectors. And when you use this tool, to crimp them, they will be firm. Then when you are installing them, if you are clicking, you should hear a sound. Then during installation, you should properly install the MC4 connectors to make sure they click very well. And you do a pull test to make sure everything is well crimped. Nothing will pull. You have to be sure. This is safety. Because if you don't do them well, they can lead to fire outbreak. They can burn down your house or your property. Then the last one is your battery. You're using a lithium battery. You should make sure the BMS is of good quality. That is why if you're buying your lithium batteries, there should be good quality lithium batteries. Because a battery with a 40 BMS can also cause a fire. In the BMS of your lithium battery has protection, inbuilt protection for overcurrent, over temperature, over voltage, inbuilt protection to protect the lithium battery. When the BMS cannot protect the lithium battery, this can also cause a fire, either when you're charging the battery or discharging the battery. These things are very important. They may look very simple, but they are dangerous. If you overlook them, they can destroy your solar setup. And you need to do proper earthing of your system. When these things are put in place, your system will run smoothly without issues, and you will not be afraid. Why? Because you know what is there. And also make sure you use quality materials, quality cables, quality breakers, quality fuse, quality SPDs, all your MC4 connectors. They should be of good quality. If you use quality materials, your system is properly sized, you enjoy your solar power system. Solar power system will give you peace of mind. But when it is not properly designed, it is not properly sized, and poor quality components are used, solar will become a nightmare. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.